right, so we're going to be reviewing some steps in waltz and in foxtrot because level 1 is now moving the next dance after you finish what we've taught you already is going to be foxtrot, and for level 2A it's going to be the waltz. So we'll go through those steps, but before we do, we're going to address a question that Melanie had, which I think is a fantastic question, and I just think that what we were talking about might be good for everybody to hear. She was mentioning the fact that she is having a difficulty with some of her students in dance position, trying to strengthen their dance position. Isn't that one problem that we all face all the time, is like, what can I do for that particular couple that, you know, that's going to be the right words to say to get the results that I want to get, yes? So, just a couple things that I would like you guys maybe to use as an exercise to help them build and strengthen their dance position. I talk about connections. And one of the connections that I want to see that we don't see very much of is the wrist connection. So where my watch would be or the cuff on my shirt would be, that's the connection that I want the man to give the lady. An upward connection, right underneath her shoulder or right underneath her armpit. Okay, they don't do so good with that word, but I say right underneath the shoulder bone, right? Because then it's underneath her body and he can feel her body and be able to move her if she activates her shoulder and presses it down. So all of you pretend like you are a cabaret champion couple. And you're going to hold yourself. Some guy is going to come underneath you and lift you up in the air. So you know that if I do this, I will be really heavy and it will be hard for him to lift me. But if I press down with my shoulders, then he can lift me and I'll be light as a feather, right? So that's the first thing that I would like the girls to do, is to hold themselves by pressing down and lifting up. Extend your spine and make your spine as long as you possibly can by like opening up each vertebrae and putting a puff of air or a cotton ball in between each one. We've talked about that before, right? Making yourself as tall as you can or touching your head against the ceiling, right? So it's the first thing.